Hey everyone, I'm Chris from How to Make Games, and today we're talking about how to control a camera using objects. It's going to be to restrict the camera movement so that the player doesn't see anything that the developer doesn't want him or her to see. So first I'm going to launch this so I can show you exactly just a little sample of what I'm talking about. Wait for this to load here. Okay, so here you've got a very simple platformer. Now when we walk over here we're going to get this off screen. If you notice, I'm still walking left, but I'm not going anywhere. And there's actually a secret back here where you can get a bunch of coins, so it's a cool little Easter egg. But that being said though, you notice the camera didn't just fall right over to where the character is, because there's not anything drawn over there. So I don't want the player to see anything beyond that point. So let's talk about that. Okay. So I'm going to show you what it is that I did to achieve that. So it's actually very easy. So this is going to be a very short tutorial, but essentially this is the solution that I came up with. This is my solution personally. I'm sure that there's a better way to do this. I found this was the most elegant way to do this for this game. So if this works for someone, awesome. If not, hey, feel free to comment below. Let us know if there's a better way to do it. We're all here to learn. So what I do, of course, is I have the player. So as far as that goes, we can touch on that in another tutorial. But if you've got that down, great. So you've got your player in your game. And then what I did is I created an object, see if I can find it, called stop camera underscore x underscore axis. Same thing for the y axis. So what I use these objects to do, let me see if I can go over here to show you. Let's get rid of the instances list, unhide the floor group. Let's see, that's floor, stop camera x-axis. So that's this huge block here. So I actually don't have to make it that big, but I like to make sure that everything's covered, just like this ground block here. I actually don't need to make it that long, but it's just good practice, even though the player can't get through here, to have a little bit of extra ground on the edge, just in case, so they don't fall off, but if for whatever reason they get through. Anyway, so as soon as the player here runs into this object and is immersed in it, the camera stops following the player. Very simple logic. So all I did to implement that, and by the way, I did that on both sides. So if you go all the way to the other side of the level, here it is again, same setup. Got a block or a wall here blocking after the camera stop. I also have a stop y-axis, and that stops the camera from following the player when he falls to his death. So it's a really neat trick, very easy to implement. I have all of my external events here. I'm going to do a tutorial on that here pretty soon, as something that I think every GDeveloper should be using. So go to player, and then we have this simple stuff here that sets the spawn point for the player for the beginning of the level wherever I happen to put him. So that's a really nice trick that I found. So if we go to alive, then I've already opened it previously, so camera. So very simple logic. If the player is not in collision with the stop camera x-axis object, then I want it to change the x position of the camera set to player. Now, of course, I could do a lerp function here, and I believe that's the right word, and that would smooth out the camera for the player, but I did not want to do that for this particular game, so I left it as it is. I did that for the y-axis though, so that way whenever you jump, it's not an immediate snap, it's not so jerky, but I did want that for the x-axis. So same rules apply here, except for the lerp function. You don't have to use that. I covered that in a different tutorial. So I have some other YouTubers, very phenomenal YouTubers. Overall, that's really it. If you use these rules in combination with an object, whatever you happen to call it, I like to name mine very simple things that are very straightforward. If you do that, you will have a game that will allow you to not have to block off every area from the player, but you can restrict the camera. And that also kind of gives you, like you saw me use, whoops, that gets me almost every time. Got to turn that layer off. You'll be able to hide secrets and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. Very cool. So, just like before, get your coins, right? go over here. Right? And then, okay. So, oh. Anyway, you guys get the point. So, if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more videos. I would love to help you guys out. I'm always here to help. If you need to, you can email me. I'm going to leave that in the description, or comment. I'm going to try and stay on top of every comment that I get. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. And if you have any other ideas on things that you'd like to see in the future, I'd love to tackle them either with you or for you or whatever happens to be. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.